too tiny. Shoot, I messed it up. Huh?
I'll go without you then.
Okay.
Is that a hat?
What?
Is that a hat? All right, enjoy.
Goodness. Hello, Scotty. Hi. I'm making stuff right now. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Look at, come here. It burned.
Yeah, you burned
I
it.
should have
I
just,
think that you can still sell it. I think you can.
if I should have just made it, turn down it lower, or maybe it's too thin. I have no idea.
I think you can still sell it because.
But I put it on the highest thickness that I can with this pasta rolling machine. So, and I don't think there should be any thicker than this. That'd be really big. So maybe I just have to cook it like very low. Or like I said, not use this kind of clay. What the heck? Okay, well, that was not good. I don't want to put it in the regular oven, you know, and have all the toxic fumes in our oven that we cook food in. You know what? Let me turn it on. Still bending. All right, so it's been a couple of days since I first started this video and showing you guys my first time with trying to make clay, polymer clay jewelry. As a reminder, this is how my first trial went. I tried to make some terracotta colored jewelry using my cutters, and they ended up burning really bad because, of course, I didn't listen. There were a couple of things that I knew I probably should have done because I watched so many of these videos and, you know, have learned so many tips and tricks and still just did not listen and thought that I could just come in and do whatever I wanted, and I burned this clay pretty badly. Then this was my second attempt. You know, I really don't know why I even decided to use the black clay, but I probably shouldn't have, because really it's hard for you guys to even tell, like, you know, how this came out because it's so dark. This one was better. What I ended up doing was putting it on a lower temperature because, you know, with the microwave toasters, you really can't tell, like they spike up and down in the heat and you really can't tell where the temperature is, even though it has the numbers on there. So I ended up putting it on a lower temperature, but then I had to cook it for even longer than it said on the package. So honestly, I'm not sure if this is even finished yet. I watched a couple of videos and people were saying that like just turning down the temperature and cooking it longer is not necessarily going to do the trick. You know, this is made out of a couple of different things, and when you put it in the toaster, the whole point is that it's supposed to have a chemical reaction so that it cooks a certain way. So you do need to make sure that you're actually following the instructions on the package. I was actually really scared after the first attempt when it started smoking and I saw that it burned as badly as it did. It kind of made me want to like not even try again, because I really don't want to burn down our house. But something told me, okay, just try again, because I didn't have any burning or any scorching with this one. But now, since the last attempt, I had gone to the store and I did pick up a couple of things that I honestly should have been using in the first place. And so hopefully this time we can actually bake it at the appropriate temperature for the appropriate amount of time and get a better clay. After working with this, I did learn a couple of other things too that I just wanted to mention. I'm really surprised because I watched so many videos of people making polymer clay jewelry on YouTube, but I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about the fact that polymer clay is still bendy. Like I see people always talking about it cracking and stuff, and I always just assume that like once you bake it, it would just become hard and rigid, but no. Look at this piece that I could literally completely bend it over and it still has not snapped. So that was something that I learned. And again, I don't know if it's because I didn't bake it properly or whatever, but when I did look up videos afterwards, people were saying that even when you do bake it correctly, depending on the thickness of the clay, it's still going to have some flexibility. So these are pretty thin, so I don't think I would want to make them any thicker than this. However, just keep in mind that it probably is still going to have some kind of bend in it. But I did see that putting like resin or something like that on there can help to make these more rigid if you don't like the fact that they're bending. Another thing that I noticed was happening was that my clay was sticking to the cutters, and then I tried to use these tools that I have here. These are from the dollar store, by the way. I tried to use these tools as gently as I could to press it out of the cutter, but then it was just causing like bumps and dips and lumps and stuff like that on my clay. And so what people recommended you do is use cornstarch, and then that'll stop it from sticking. And then you can use either like a plastic scraper like this or a metal scraper to lift it up off the ground, or lift it up off the mat. I did also end up getting this X-Acto knife from Michael's, just so that it could make it easier for me to cut the pieces away, because I really don't want to damage them when I'm lifting them for no reason. And then the biggest, most important thing is to just get an oven thermometer. This was also, I got this from the grocery store, hoping that this is going to help me to be able to put the toaster oven on the correct temperature so I don't have any burning, but it's also not under baking. The third time is always a charm. I've always noticed that with me, like that just seems to be the case, that the third time is the charm. So I think that this is gonna be the one, guys. I really do.